Hello, friends, and welcome to Talking with Famous People. My name's host Eric. I'm the host of Talking with Famous People, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of late night musing before I go to bed. I even considered saying right at the outset that I try to ignore the chat for a few minutes so I can voice whatever urge to speak drove me to undertake this live stream. I ask, of course, were you looking for this? By this, I mean my caller. Were you looking for this? It's right here. Or I could mean the live stream in general, I guess. Anyhow, I'm feeling chill. I'm feeling sleepy. And yet, I'm feeling a need for peepees. No, I'm not working too hard. Today, I worked a couple hours, but I actually took it pretty easy today. I needed to take it easy today because I have been working out for the last few days prior to that. So this live stream doesn't really represent work at all. It's just I feel like just this general need to talk a little bit before I go to bed after having watched some episodes of the 100. I got a little burned out with watching, a little burned out on receiving information, I like how you spell host. That makes it more like toast. Hey, Octavia Silva. Every time they talk about Octavia and the 100, I hear Octavio. But Octavia is a girl's name, and Octavia is a boy's name. Octavio. Anyhow, if you're like me, you've really been enjoying the 100. This current moment of it is a little like, okay, move it along. I don't want to give any spoilers, but the missiles hit the Grounder village, and there's all this time spent with the village having been hit by the missile, and the survivors, including Octavia Silva and her boyfriend Lincoln, and a couple other grounders. They're pinned down by a sniper. They want to get to this wreckage so they can uncover some people who are still alive and save them, right? But the sniper keeps shooting them, and they try to go out from behind this rock. Finally, Octavia Silva thinks, I know what to do. And she throws a bottle of liquor at a burning part of fire such that it causes a big smoke to go up. And then they run behind the smoke and dive down into this crater where they need to dig, where they have cover, So anyway, I think that part of it has been a little overdrawn, like, okay, that's too much time and energy directed towards them being pinned down by the sniper. Hi, Ron Allen Salon. But overall, I really like the show. It makes me I mean, it's got like scenes of satisfying violence. Um, Again, if you don't want any spoilers, maybe close your ears or whatever. But I just watched the episode in which the the uh, the kids who were locked up in Mount Weather, um, where they were they sort of took over the dorm, or they were locked in the dorm, and then periodically the Mount Weather people would come and get one of them and take them to extract all their bone marrow. And any kind of coffee creamer is explosive. On Mythbusters, they did a coffee creamer cannon. Okay, so I forgot what I was saying. You just watched the episode BoJack about his mother experiencing her dementia. The show is ridiculously well made. Yeah, it really is well made. It's very well made. I really like the 100 because, you know, when the bad guys come to get the kids who are locked up in the dorm, and the kids in the dorm use fire axes to, hack at the guards and to force the guards to retreat after the guards think they have knocked them all out with gas canisters. Is great. It's just such satisfying violence. It's like, yeah, get him, chop him with the axe again. I really enjoy the aspect of the show in which the kids take over for their parents, like as a leader role. Like the complicated relationship between Clark and her mother is very interesting because, as an audience member, by the time Clark's mother gets down to the ground, you're 100% on Clark's side, and you don't think her mother has better judgment at all. And you don't think the adults on the ark have better judgment at all. You think the kids have better judgment. The other great thing about that show is the way that it makes you change how you feel about characters a lot over time. So, like Murphy, I really like Murphy now, but how could I really like him now, given all the shit he did back in the day? Yeah, I mean, I think everybody has workarounds for their polar. I don't know what they all exactly are, but people do have workarounds for their polar. So, I mean, obviously, the apparent disconnect between us. Obviously, I don't hate the subconscious, whatever that means, but the disconnect between us is I understand what we're talking about as being appropriately spoken of, modeled, understood in certain ways, and other ways being incorrect, misleading, incorrect, uh, a heuristic rather than an actual a deliberatively realized model. So, people constantly come to me with questions that reveal that they're confused on a framework level. It's not just like, for example, if you ask me, how does the Mia manifest the Mia subconscious within them? Well, that's not a meaningful statement because you see, an ENTP is a cognitive function stack that goes NE, TI, FE, SI, right? On the back slot, you got NI, TE, FI, SE. Okay. So as an entity, then, I'm an expression of that configuration of attentional manners. Okay. So what would it mean to say I have another personality type as any aspect of myself? Remember, a personality type is an attentional stack, an attentional configuration. So it doesn't make any sense. And when people ask questions about it, it reveals that they're far enough down some wrong paths that they don't even know how to ask the right questions anymore. It makes me frustrated at the disinformation out there and the misinformation. It makes me frustrated at the propensity for people to favor metaphorical interpretations of things over more robust interpretations of things. It frustrates me that, because it's so. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, the fact is, and a personality type is a configuration of attentional manners. It's one possible configuration. So just as a Mini Cooper can't have a forward focused subconscious, because that wouldn't make any sense, right? It's the same thing with people. You can't subconsciously be an entity or an identity that is distinct from the one you are. It doesn't make any sense. Now, you might appear like another type to other people in certain contexts, and that would be a description of how affect changes situationally. How affect changes situationally will vary between types. In general, cognitive function talk makes me sad a little bit, Ron Allen Salon, but that's not a reason for you not to mention it again. I want to stress that, okay? Just because cognitive function talk tends to make me sad because the status quo of everybody's understanding of it is both so frequently in stark disagreement with my own and so clearly inferior by any objective calculus to my own. And yet it's hard to normalize what I'm saying because it's complicated and dense, and not everybody's interested or equipped, let alone both. Right. Well, eventually I'll win. That's the thing. Why will I eventually win? Well, because I'm publishing all these typing sessions and people critique my methodology all the time. But regardless of how they critique the methodology, there seems little disputing that um, the tests for TI, SI, NE do test distinct skills, and that by and large, those distinct skills can correlate much more strongly with the attentional manner than do behavioral cues that you could look at or other correlates. Now, it is true that the TI test, especially, is learnable and less reliable because if people learn those specific skills in school, then while I can still read their general relationship with introverted thinking, which is to say, it appears not merely in skills results, but in other indirect testing methods like observation of conversational habits and stuff. Um, it's still pretty robust. And the other thing to note is whether or not you think those actually correlate with the attentional manners I say they correlate with, it's pretty hard to dispute that they correlate with paying attention in some fashion. Now, the rat test is more complicated to evaluate. Well, Octavia Silva, you probably have noticed, or maybe you haven't, that I've more or less stopped using it. Um, but I think because, and the reason for this is partially because I think there's two ways to do well on it, and a wide variety of people can generally do well on it. I think it's a pretty good identifier of polar, but I think that it's like, for example, the person who did best ever on the rat test that I could tell was that ESFP. Now, I use the rat test to conclude that the ESFP originally was an ENTJ because the NI was too good for ESFP. But it just goes to show you if you have that ESFP intelligence probably links strongly to robust fourth slot NI. My memory can be quite good because here's the thing: if you limit the scope, one of the things that happens with the fourth slot is you're limiting the scope of the attention that you direct in that manner. So, extroverted intuition being a dominant function for me, it means that uh, everything goes through all the filters that provides. But I get to compartmentalize the four slot function and have it sort of only do those things, those aspects of possible SI jobs that are important to me. So if you think of each function as having a set of possible jobs it could do, and yourself as a starting an RPG game, right? And so you can choose to have, like basically you get platinum level, gold level, silver level, brown level, in terms of how complete the package of the skills you get for that thing is. So it's like I get all the full pack, the full presidential pack of extroverted intuition skills. I get the queen's pack of introverted thinking skills. I get the knight's pack of extroverted feeling, and I get the peasant's pack of introverted sensing. You know what I'm saying? Wrong. Wrong, Octavia Silva. It's 12:43. Eric's time. 12:43. You were wrong. Everybody teased you mercilessly about it. Ha ha, Octavio can't get the time right. Ha ha, Octavio thinks it's the wrong time. Everyone taunted and taunted Octavio until she ran away and sobbing and tears streaming down her face. Give her a moment, Ron Allen Salon. Give her a moment to recover from the taunting she just received. She's still trying. She's still going. Aren't you, Octavio? See? You can tell that's a forced laugh. That really, her lips are quivering. And she's... Yeah, there we go. Thank you, F.I. Dalton, for successfully being bullied by us. I appreciate that. We appreciate your contribution to the group. Canoeing functions would be easier to execute in limited capacity due to their binary nature. Either knowing or not. Boop, 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 doop, doop, boop, 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 bah. Well, I mean, you can know multiple things. Like, it wriggles in my hands like a snake trying to escape. That's what I learned about SE. Oh, I see what you're saying, Hambone. You're saying that might explain why the rat test is less reliable. Gotcha. And the TI test as well, then say SI or NE. Gotcha. I understand what you're saying, I think. I'm from the West Coast. What? California knows how to party. California knows how to party. City of Compton, city of meow. City of Compton, keep it rocking. Welcome all you all to the Wild Wild West. I'm rapping about how Los Angeles is best. I don't think those are the actual lyrics of that song, but yeah, I don't know if Mark's an INFJ, ISTP, or ISFP. It's one of those three. INFJ, ISTP, or ISFP. Although Mark himself is quite insistent that he's not FI. Mark, the guy who came in thinking he was an INTP, but is definitely not, have tool function extroverted intuition. I wish I knew on Ellen's alone. I have an INFP best friend, and he's immune to my SE pressure on his infuriating flip-flopping. Hey, listen. The INFPs have to flip and flop. Otherwise, it would be unfair to one of the two. Can you think of a time when... What's up, ESTP here? You know who I've decided is an ESTP in the 100? I've done some typing to all the characters in the 100. I think Bellamy's an ESTP. I think Murphy, ISTP. Raven is an ISTP girl. I think Clark is an ESFJ. Clark's mom's an ESTJ. I think Jaha's an INFJ. Hey, whatever his name is, Cade or something. Kane. The other chancellor guy. He's an ENFJ. Jasper ISFJ. Monty INTP. Maya INFP. There we get your INFP. I think Finn is an ISFP. You're just chilling. How about me? Well, I'm just chilling, and that makes three. 'Cause salty peanut chilling as well. And Oliver Linehan makes four hell. Perhaps there's five if you say ham bone counts as a person as well. Whether he does or not is still what means in dispute but rhymes with ham bone. Next time you read one of my shouts, can you please make it sound super smart and cool instead of dorky, please? Like that. Nobody likes to be pushed around by pushy SE. Pushy SE people. Oh, Todd Chavez. He's ISFP. I think he's an ISFP. No, do your SE voice. You go catch some Z's, ESTP. That's smart use of your SI. Go ahead and rest your head. There are many places to slay before you sleep, and many places to slay before you sleep. And that's in the famous poem by Robert Frost. Two woods diverged in a snowy wood. Which one would I take? That's true. He is a bit of an idea guy. You know what? He might be an INFP. He just might. If you knew this was just your dream, your own comatose, bedridden coma dream, would you summon a giant iron-ball tentacle monster to destroy the whole world? Well, it wouldn't be my first action in the comatose dream. If the comatose dream lasted forever, then presumably eventually I'd get around to that. It's a good question. It's an important question. You'd summon it right up with my spelling. You call your spelling the dark speech. Your dream last night might be an inception. I mean, you think you might still be in it? What you want to do is spin your penis on the table. If it falls over, that means it's real world. Giant eyeball monster called Ulu-Woo-Doo. Giant eyeball monsters in the sky. Yeah, you know what? This might be a perfectly pleasant comic dream right here. I've got people named Hellfire Language Translations Channel coming in talking about giant eyeball monsters. Along with Hex Blanket 99? Is IL 99? What's 100 in Roman numerals? What's L in Roman numerals? What is L in Roman numerals? What is L in Roman numerals? That's the question that I have tonight. Are there any Roman numerals experts in the room? Oh, so Oliver Lynan is telling me the L's a 50, huh? Ulu. Ulu. It's called speaking in tongues. I'm speaking in tongues. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's called speaking in tongues. Don't uvulate around me, mister. Stop ovulating in my face. You know I don't like that. Don't you hate it when you're trying to check out a book at the library and some woman ovulates right in your face? I do. I'm host Eric. Won't you send $5 today to prevent face ovulation at the library? Not quite 50. Get away from me, you filthy face ovulator. That's what you should say if you encounter one in the wild. Don't trust them. As soon as you think they're not going to ovulate your face, bam, they ovulate it. Well, then we'd be in anime town. That's what would happen to that. That's what would happen to that. That's what would happen with that. Why would that cause giant tentacle monsters to appear? If it were that easy to cause giant tentacle monsters to appear, wouldn't it be the case there'd be a lot more giant tentacle monsters around? Giant tentacle monster? It's not just the facial ones, Oliver. No orifice shall be ovulated upon. That's the rule. Without everybody engaging in a shaming party against the person who did it. C is 100. L's 50. What's 1,000? Is it Piao? Well, 49 years of experience has told me that my imagination is not a powerful way to manifest things in the world. In fact, it's one of the worst ways. 5 plus 1 plus 100, 106. Plus another 7 is 113. Plus 51 is 154, 64, 65. Plus 500. I see. Whose name is that? Somebody's name is that? Vicarious Philly Die? Oh. Oh, Meow Friends online. Meow, I want to talk about the Meow Mark of the Beast, Meow. Meow Friends Online TM is here. You know, I just right off the bat, I'll tell you, I would like to be part of the Meow Friends. I like to meow. I have a kitty that I meow at a lot. She's a good kitty. Hey, hey, hey. Even anime girls don't want to be humped by octopi. Truer words have never been spoken. I am about to fall asleep. Interesting point, Salty Peanut. If in fact 666 is the number of the beast, but it's in Roman numerals, big difference, because then it makes words, because Roman numerals are what? That's right, letters. Well, congratulations on your sobriety. I wouldn't want to encourage anybody to change their status quo with their sobriety, even if I do believe that alcohol and marijuana are distinct things. I mean, Octavia still says her ESFJ mother was distraught at the notion that I could love my cat more than my 5-year-old niece. What are your thoughts on this? Morally reprehensible? I mean, oh, salty peanut. Salty peanut. Well, lots of interesting things happen around talking with famous people. Him don't always have. Um, banana strawberry sherbet. What was I smoking right now? Well, if you're smoking banana strawberry sherbet, then I'm gonna have to take a bong rip. You know, we only have a little bit left. Of the blueberry skunk. Oh yeah, the blueberry skunk. Offered to us today by this particular corporation. It's called Maven Genetics Cannabis Flower. I mean, it seems really weird to me because, like, it seems obvious to me that you'd love your cat more than your niece. Like, who cares about your niece? Your cat's there every day, loving, living. She's just a woman. All right. I'm going to transubstantiate this particular blueberry skunk bong rip to a woman who I think right now could probably use it. Why? Well, because her peanut is salty. That's right. This transubstantiated bong rip goes out to salty peanut. I transubstantiate it. Just sit down for a second. Been a while since you've had a rip. Do you feel the smoke coating your brain? It's okay. It's transubstantiated tea salty peanut. All you get are the head effects from it. You don't have any sign of it in your bloodstream. That all goes to me. That's the beauty of transubstantiation. You need some right now too, Ron Salon? Well, okay. If you insist, I would give you a bowl just like this video. Okay. Just random shit happens around YouTube, I guess. All right, so Ron Allen Salon, you're gonna get what's known as the wedding cake. Wedding cake. Ah, you have been looking for it. You know what it is I was asking about? I'm speaking specifically about my caller. All right, wedding cake for Ron Allen Salon. Hereby, do I transubstantiate thee? Yeah. I don't know what they expected me to respond to. Wedding cake's an indica from a company called Pacific Stone. Pretty good name for a California weed company, I guess. At least as good a name as your mom's face. I wonder why there's not a strain of weed called your mom's face. Yeah. I mean, they wanted me to freak out. I mean, how would one freak out about that? I don't even know what that would look like. Oh no, Satanists are here or what? Please, don't bring Satan along. He's notoriously rude. Would you say that Satan is notoriously rude? Hey, Fox. ENFPs hate you. He does have this too. It's box, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's box, it's better than bad, it's good. I need some coffee because I have to drink of things that I can't drink inside of my blink. Actually, I found something. Hold on a second. I think I found something here. I did find something. Here's a cream of soda. Oh, look, I found a cream of soda. Yeah. EXFP repellent. Who are you talking about, Sally Peanut? Your ex-husband or what? It is true, that second thing, what you say there. The most deceiving lie is 99% truth. That's absolutely the case. The most deceiving lie is a lie that's 99% truth told by someone who tells the truth 99% of the time. That's the most convincing lie of all. Ah, the secrets of dishonesty revealed here tonight for the first time. What's in here is just an ashtray. Yes, I've made this into an ashtray. Yes, I have. It's got a little bottle in it. Do you think changing from one's sex's hormones to another could change MBTI type? No. But I guess that would depend on. Well, I have no reason to think that cognitive function is linked to hormones, but it's possible they could link to hormones, and I have no reason to be sure they don't. So, if cognitive function is linked to hormones, then yes. But I don't think they do, and I don't have any reason to believe they do. But I also can't say for sure that they don't. ISFJs aren't that square. You're ISTJ, Box. An ISFP 8 act like Finn after he gets mad. Interesting. Finn from the 100. At first, he's a healthy, happy, normal, not exactly happy, but healthy-ish, normal-ish ISFP, and then he gets mad and his 8 shows. Like his 8 shows when he massacres the people in the village. Hey, you know what? Boxes are easy to fit into bigger boxes. That's one of the nice features of them. It doesn't work that way, Hamzon. No, it only works the other way. No, there are more than one box. Inflow's hormones definitely affect your cognitive functioning, but not your cognitive functions. See, that's the thing. And that's basically my take on variation within a person over time, is differences in circumstances and environments and realities and so forth, and where you are in your life arc and so forth. Those all affect your cognitive functioning, but not your cognitive functions. Well said. Yep. Well, guess I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm not very energetic. And I have stuff to do tomorrow, so I should probably get some sleep. I do want to sing this song before I go, though. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you. On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sparkled moon dust in your hair and something, something on your eyes so blue. Why do... I don't remember the second verse. Good night, ham bum. Don't forget to bone your ham.